Good morning, viewers. Welcome to another new segment of our newspaper review segments. Let's start with the punch. Marketers fear fuel price hike as Pengassan strike begins. Marketers fear fuel price hike as Pengassan strike begins. To the next headline. Christians not endangered to marginalize FG tackles crisis. Christian not endangered to marginalize FG tackles critics of Next. Adamawa ADC gives Atiku ultimatum to pick membership card. Adamawa ADC gives Atiku ultimatum to pick membership card. To next headline. Otedola to Umar Sani. Your ignorance of subsidy claims is alarming. Otedola to Umar Sani. Your ignorance on subsidy claim is alarming. Up to next. Petrol export hits 371 billion naira amid every import reliance. Petrol export hits 371 billion naira amid every import reliance. To the next headline. Pro-Wike lawmakers absent at Fubara's Independence Thanksgiving. Pro-Wike lawmakers absent at Fubara's Independence Thanksgiving. To the next headline. Osun PDP APC clash as federal government release LG allocation. Osun PDP APC clash as federal government releases LG allocation. Moving on to next. Police rescued trafficked Ghanaians, arrested 5 in Ogun. Police rescued trafficked Ghanaians, arrest 5 in Ogun. To the next headline. 2027 NGE warns politicians against personal attack. 2027 NGE warns politicians against personal attack. That's it for the punch. You move to the Vanguard. Toxic harvest. Hazardous pesticide. Harmful food production export, says expert. Toxic harvest. Hazardous pesticide. Harm food production export, says expert. Up to next. INEC disclosed details of selection process for Yakubu successor, Serap asks Tinubu. INEC disclosed details of selection process for Yakubu's successor, Serap asks Tinubu. Moving on to next. Jonathan will contest return to Aso Rock in 2027 on PDP ticket, says Jerry Ghana. Jonathan will contest return to Aso Rock in 2027 on PDP ticket, says Jerry Ghana. To the next headline. Nigeria suffering bleeding at 65, says Ralph Obioha. Nigeria suffering bleeding at 65, says Ralph Obioha. Moving on to the next. No genocide against Christians in Nigeria, says federal government. No genocide against Christians in Nigeria, says federal government. To the next headline. As strike begins today, federal government wades into Dangote. Pengassan face off. As strike begins today, federal government wades into Dangote. Pengassan face off. To the next one. Editors to security agencies stop misusing cybercrime act against journalists. Editors to security agencies stop misusing cybercrimes act against journalists. To the next headline. Customs commence one-stop shop cargo clearance. Customs commence one-stop shop cargo clearance. To the next one. Ponzi. SEC raises alarm over AI-generated investment scams. Ponzi. SEC raises alarm over AI-generated investment scams. That's it for the Vanguard. We move to the Nation. Federal government intervenes in Dangote Pengassan rule. Federal government intervenes in Dangote Pengassan rule. To the next headline. VOI upscales data protection. VOI upscales data protection. Up to the next. No discussion yet on zoning in ADC, says spokesman. No discussion yet on zoning in ADC, says spokesman. To the next headline. 24 states to benefit from AFDBs backing on agric expansion. 24 states to benefit from AFDBs backing on agric expansion. Moving on to next. The ABC of NPC's decision on rates to curb inflation. The ABC of NPC's decision on rates to curb inflation. Up to next. Nigerian sacrifice paving way for economic renewal. Nigerian sacrifice paving way for economic renewal. To the next one. No religious genocide in Nigeria, says Idris. No religious genocide in Nigeria, says Idris. Up to the next. PSC mourns as former chairman Pari Osanyede dies at 88. PSC mourns as former chairman Pari Osanyede dies at 88. That's it for the nation. We move to the Guardian. Nigeria risks 14.7 billion naira daily loss. Fuel crisis as Dangote, Pegas and Rift deepens. Nigeria risks 14.7 billion naira daily loss. Fuel crisis as Dangote, Pegas and Rift deepens. To the next headline. Insecurity. ADC says Tinubu unqualified to seek UNSC seat. Insecurity. ADC says Tinubu unqualified to seek UNSC seat. To the next headline. Federal government orders urge unity, shared responsibilities at 65 independent service. Federal government orders urge unity, shared responsibilities at 65th independence service. To the next headline. Osun NLLGE, PDP queries federal government, demand details of released local government funds. Osun NULGE, PDP queries federal government, demands details of released LG funds. To the next headline. World Heart Day, cardiovascular diseases burden worsens amid shortage of specialists. World Heart Day, cardiovascular diseases burden worsens amid shortage of specialists. To the next headline. Punishing suicide attempts undermines mental health reform. Punishing suicide attempts undermines mental health reform. To the next headline. Sept warned of AI investment scam targeting Nigerians. Sept warns of AI investment scams targeting Nigerians. To the next one. Otedola asks federal government to release subsidy panel report on marks real beneficiaries. Otedola asks federal government to release subsidy panel report on marks real beneficiaries. Of to the next. Resident doctor issues federal government 30 days ultimatum over unmet demands. Resident doctors issues federal government 30 days ultimatum over unmet demands. To the next headline. Bandits kill 10, kidnap several in Kwara. Bandits kill 10, kidnapped several in Kwara. Up to next. Federal government dismisses religious terrorism allegation. Federal government dismisses religious terrorism allegation. And that's it for our newspaper review segment. Thank you for joining us. Be sure to join us again next time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more news and updates on Global Entertainment News TV. I've been your host, Sola, and have a wonderful day. Bye.